Hi, you would be everyone. Excellent, awesome. Hi, hello. Okay. Hi, hello. Hi, how are you? Hey. Hey, bumps. All right, good morning, everyone. How are you? Good, all right. So, if you would be so kind, we need to get this circle. I'd like it so that we can not be in the snow. So just keeping the circle as it is, we're gonna move like 3 steps that way. So kind of away from the picnic tables and like away from the snowness. Snow. All right, that's good, right there. And what I'd love for you all to do is to make sure that there's no double parking. We want to get the spacing of our circle really nice. So go ahead and put your hands on your hips. The technical term for this, there's 2 names for it. One is the chicken wing circle. So get your chicken wings out. And you want to go kind of like elbow to elbow with the person next to you. If you're kind of like up in their business, maybe take a half a step back. It's also the superhero circle, if you so choose. What do you think the sound effect for the superhero circle might be? Yeah, dun-da-da-da. So go ahead and put your hands down. Let's try it. Superhero circle. Dun-da-da. All right, that's fantastic. I love it. Great. All right, so I know I introduced myself to you briefly on the bus. My name is Jeff. We've got other purple-hatted Browne Center folks. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We've got over to my right, over here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Hi.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
There it is. All right.
If I could have my other Browne Center hat.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole.
And good morning, my name is Jeff.
Jeff number 1, I'm Jeff number 2. That's Jeff. So welcome to the Browne Center. Just so that you know sort of where you are, I know you spent like 40 minutes on a bus getting here. Despite the fact that it feels like you're in the middle of absolutely nowhere, we're only like 5 miles from Durham. We're in Durham, but I mean downtown Durham where UNH is. The Browne Center is part of the University of New Hampshire. So if anybody asks you what you did today, you can say that you went to college. Legit, yep, overachievers all the way. I love it, it's great. You will also notice that it's called the Browne Center, but it's not Brown. You'll notice that it's not Brown. It's named after a woman named Evelyn Browne who donated this land. This was all of her property. Ev was the first female professor at the University of New Hampshire, and she was a physical education professor back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and she used to take her female physical education students, so women who were going to be PE teachers, right? So imagine like your great-grandmothers, if they were going to be PE teachers in like PE uniforms, because that was how they rolled back then, out here on this property. Evelyn was not a typical teacher. She believed that anything worth learning was worth learning outside. So she would take these gals and come out here and teach them all kinds of stuff that really wasn't normal back then. For example, riding horses and as well as archery and target shooting. So just imagine a bunch of gals out here in like phys ed uniforms from the 40s and 50s, riding horses and like doing riflery. I like to think at the same time, it's kind of cool if you think about that. Like imagine like target practice, kind of like Wild Wild West style. Ev Browne donated this land so that we could build the Browne Center and have folks like you out here doing cool stuff like what we're gonna do today. So at this point, what I would like you all to do is imagine, if you will, that your feet have been magnetized to the floor, all right? Magnetized to the floor, all right? You cannot pick them up, yeah, exactly, like, you can't, all right? What I would like you to do is, while keeping score, I want you to see how many people you can connect with. And connect with, I mean like a fist bump or a 5, or even if it's like a waist stretch out, like a finger touch. And I know that we all have different personal bubbles. If your bubble is like, yeah, I really don't, like, that's not my thing, that's okay. You can do like the air version, like an air bump or an air 5, that's fine, it's all good. Speak your truth. You're gonna have 30 seconds to make a connection with as many people as you can without moving your feet, like at all. Okay, go. And make sure you're introducing yourself.
What was it? Hi.
If you hear the disco call it back. All right, excellent. All right, so using your hands, how many people you're able to connect with? I'm seeing like 5s, 6s, maybe some 8. Yeah, you all are really close together over here. We got some 8s, some 5s. Okay, great. All right, put your hands down. I also saw some folks that maybe there was a little bit of creativity on like the definition of you can't move your feet. That's okay. It's all right. Some people might call it cheating. I call it creative thinking. It's all right. Round 2, the pivot. I know some folks are familiar with a game called basketball. All right?
What?
I know. There's a game. It's called basketball. There's like a round thing. In basketball, there's a thing that when you have the basketball, you cannot move. You can't walk. Otherwise, it's traveling. And so you have to take. You can take one step. All right, and it's called a pivot because you can pivot. Yeah, you can pivot. Right. So you can do like left foot forward. You can go back and you go right foot forward. But your job in round 2 is like one of your feet is magnetized and the other one can move around, but not both at the same time. So, and you can't do this. All right, like, because I know some of you are like, oh yeah. No, not yet, that's round 3. So round 2, how many people can you connect with while doing the pivot? Same people, it might be some same people, but go ahead and keep score again, go.
What's your name?
Excellent, nice. All right. Show me how many people you're able, and if you got like more than 10, you can flash it. So it's like 10 and then 12, right? Excellent. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay. So, round 3. You ready for round 3?
Yes.
Okay. Round 3 is the pivot +1, otherwise known as walking, right? So it looks like this. You can go 1 and then a second, but there's no third, right? Like you can't like just be like, hey, what's up? Okay, so it's a pivot +1. So it's like you're taking one full pace, right? So you want to, when I say go, but not yet, you're going to see how many people you can connect with doing that. Now, once you hit the snow, be careful, it's going to be a little slippery. I already saw some people really going for it, and I saw some splits. Be careful of one another. And it's okay to be like, hey, like, can you like hold on to me so I don't fall over? That's perfectly fine. In fact, it's encouraged. Round 3, go.
If everyone steps in, we make this circle. You're Cam?
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? I'm Sam. What's your name?
I'm not a team. I think you can go back. I don't know. Come back. Come back. You walk back to
All right, so today, I watched, how many, I see people keeping score still, which is great, because that's what I asked you to do. What do we got for scores? Like, blink them out. Look around, we got some high scores. All right, also, Okay, stop blinking and raise your hand if you totally just cheated. That's all right. That's good. Thank you for being honest. That's fine. That's fine. I know my buddy over there with the awesome hat and scarf. I look up and he's over here. I'm like, okay, that's definitely not one step. But so here's the thing, folks. You're with that activity. The first round, it was like kind of how you normally move through your day. All right, you reach out, you see the people you always see. Right, you have classes with folks, you pass the same people in the hallway all the time. With just a little bit more effort, with round 2, you're reaching out, literally, and connecting with other people in a little bit of a different way. Like, how often are you reaching out to people and connecting with people when you're like a little off balance and you're like, okay, so do we need to do a fist bump or like, what's this working? Like, but then the third round, it's just a little bit more work. But how many more people could you connect with by taking a full step, or for those folks who really like to break the rules, connecting with a lot more people by taking more steps? How many people did you connect with?
Like 20.
Like 20, like a lot, 20, 26? 20, so it's a lot. How much more effort did it take in round 3?
A lot.
Really? A lot? Okay, for you, but you broke the rules. So, it doesn't take a lot of effort to make those different connections, all right? So to make a lot more connections with a lot more people, even if you're not like the hyper-social person, if you're like the quieter person who really like large groups and loudness isn't your thing, that's okay. That's all right. You could connect with people in a way that worked for you. And we want you to think about that throughout the course of your day today here, because that's what today's about, is figuring out how you can move through your small group in a way that works for you, but also in a way that you can connect with everybody else, not just in your small group today, but also back at school. We're gonna have an opportunity for you all to have some challenges today and be able to practice like being yourself and figuring out like how that selfness can be a part of a leadership kind of scenario. Like, how can you make that happen? Because all of us have different things that we can bring to any team or group that we're a part of. Ladies and gentlemen, the way that Bodyguard works is, yarn ball. It's soft. Can I have you verify soft, squishy? Yeah. Yep. Go ahead. Soft and squishy. Yep. Great. Excellent. Okay. Thank you. Good arm. All right. So what's going to happen is, you and your partner will have the opportunity, if you choose, to come into the middle of the circle, and one of you is going to have the opportunity to protect the other one from getting tagged by the yarn ball.
No, they're gonna just turn around every time.
You're your brother.
All right, and in the middle, we've got a quadad here. Who's in the middle?
Me.
And who are you?
Eamon.
All right, so Eamon is in the middle being protected by 3 stalwart individuals. Are we ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay, all right, game on. All right, 10 seconds. Watch the circle, folks. Watch the circle. Back up.
3, 2, 1.
All right, round of applause. Excellent. All right, who's our target? In the middle. Okay, what's your name?
Do logs. Don't do
Ava. All right, Ava's the target in the middle. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can hit her. Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry.
Keep it moving, Eamon.
Toss it over. Keep it moving. No, Drew. Oh, no. Here, get the third. We got her.
All right, yeah, you did it. Hit the floor. Round of applause. So here's the thing. I know that you all know each other. I do not know you. Would you be willing to play a quick name game with me to help me learn names?
I love him.
You love name games? Fantastic. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is imagine that I'm like the spinner on like a board game. You know, like you spin it for. Okay, if the noodle is pointing at you, I want you to say your name. All right, so we're just gonna start out slow. Say it nice and loud.
Carly. Piper. Maisie. George Daniel.
Say it again.
George Daniel.
George.
You can call me.
George. Okay. George. Jeffrey Michael. Hey.
Damien,
Damien.
Nathan, Drew,
Edgar.
Sarah.
Miss Bowen,
Hannah. Carly. Piper. Maisie. George Daniel.
Dan,
Nathan.
Drew,
Edgar.
Sarah.
and Miss Bowen.
Hannah. Carly. Maisie.
So here's the thing. I know that you all know each other. I do not know you. Would you be willing to play a quick name game with me to help me learn names?
I love him.
You love name games? Fantastic. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is imagine that I'm like the spinner on like a board game. You know, like you spin it for. Okay, if the noodle is pointing at you, I want you to say your name. All right, so we're just gonna start out slow. Say it nice and loud.
Carly. Piper. Maisie. George Daniel.
Say it again.
George Daniel.
George.
You can call me.
George. Okay. George. Jeffrey Michael. Hey.
Damien,
Damien.
Nathan, Drew,
Edgar.
Sarah.
Miss Bowen,
Hannah. Carly. Piper. Maisie. George Daniel.
Dan,
Nathan.
Drew,
Edgar.
Sarah.
and Miss Bowen.
Hannah. Carly. Maisie.
So, the way this works is I am going to ask someone to start us out. And that person is going to say the name of someone else in the group. And my job as the person in the middle is to try to tag them in their nankle. Okay? Nankle. Knee. Ankle. Nankle. Like this whole area, otherwise known as the shin. But it includes the knee and includes the foot. So that's nankle, right? So say, for example, George. So say someone's name. Carly. I'm totally Carly. Who's Carly? Carly, right? Great. Carly's like, yes. Okay, so my job is to come over and tag Carly before she says someone else's name.
Sarah.
Great. So then I would try to tag Sarah. So here's the thing. There are some rules, and they're
Can you count?
they're one for no. Even if you have crazy like acrobatic ninja skills, you may not try to avoid the tag. If your feet leave your star, you are automatically in the middle.
Jump with the star with you.
Nope.
Wait, if you tag them, are they in the middle?
Nope.
Okay.
So if I were to tag her in her ankle before she says someone else's name, she's in the middle, and I hand the boffer to her in a sportsman or sportswoman-like fashion. It's like a presentation. There's like a bow, and then we switch places, and then it's her turn. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, now, so if I tag her before she says someone's name, she's in the middle. If she tries to avoid it, she's in the middle. If she says somebody's name who's not here, she's in the middle. If she says her name, she's in the middle. If she says my name, Who's in the middle? No, he's not playing. Good question, but no. So there's lots of ways to not be in the middle. So it moves pretty quickly. So, Carly, since you've been sort of like my guinea pig for the whole part here, I'm gonna have you start us out.
Okay.
So say somebody's name. Drew.
George.
That's okay. Here you go, George. Well played. There we go. Excellent. Oh, and if you do tag someone above the knee, like we can't really see each other's knees because it's not summertime, but the person can like own that. They're like above the knee, and then it requires a handshake and an apology, or like a fist bump and an apology, or like whatever. Okay. So I start us out because I was just in the middle. Okay. So then when you get out, you then start. Okay. So right now it's me. So, Miss Bowen.
Oh, Jeff!
Carly.
Ah!
Okay, handshake and apology. There we go. Great. And now it is
What do you think?
Carly, it is your choice. Do you want to stay there or do you want to be in the middle?
I want to be in the middle.
Okay, there we go. Great. I love it. That's great. Fab. George, start us out.
Oh.
Quickly, please, sir.
Say your name.
Just say someone's name. Say
Say it. Drew.
Piper.
Marissa. Lily.
All right, there we go. All right. So, Carly, start us out.
Lily.
Oh, so automatically you're right back in the middle. There we go. Well played. All right, Lily, that was the fastest turn ever. Really well done. Carly is back in the middle. Lily, say someone's name, please.
Macy. Piper. Sarah. Damien.
Piper.
Edgar.
Drew.
Drew. Go get Drew. Sarah. Jeff.
Sarah.
Damien. Piper. Who?
Is not a person in the group. You then take the middle. Excellent. Really well played. Nice done. So it's Carly. Carly, start us out.
Macy. Piper. Sarah. Damien.
Piper.
Edgar.
Drew.
Drew. Go get Drew. Sarah. Jeff.
Sarah.
Damien. Piper. Who?
Is not a person in the group. You then take the middle. Excellent. Really well played. Nice done. So it's Carly. Carly, start us out.
Let's see.
Don't do it.
Who hasn't had a chance? Hannah.
That person is not here.
Yeah.
However, round of applause. Nice job, everybody. I think I've got everybody's name. I'm not sure.
What's my name?
Damien.
My name.
Okay, yeah. So
Just go around the circle.
so Damien, Sarah, Lily.
Starts with an H.
I want to say Hannah.
Yeah.
Hannah. Okay. Marissa.
Except an N.
Nathan.
Yep.
I've got it. Like not even close.
Yeah,
I know your last name's Morelli.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm looking
Because
at
of
it.
the D.
Starts with a D. Drew.
Drew. Okay, great. I have a good friend whose name is Drew that I surf with. I'll remember that. Okay. Carly. Maisie. Edgar, George, Piper, Miss Bowen. Drew. Okay.
Just
Got
all the
it.
way to Drew.
Great. All right. Fantastic. So, and you all know my name, and you know each other's names. That's great. These might look familiar.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they're pool noodles.
Well,
Chocolate
I
covered
thought that
bits.
was a full meal.
It is, but these used to be pool noodles before I went at them with scissors. So, these are poppers. The way poppers work, you can grab them. Gloves are fine. You might want to try without gloves if you have problems, but keep your hands warm first. There's a little bit of a squeezing motion, and then like a, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, there we go. Great. Excellent. What I'd like you to do is to go ahead and find a partner and practice popping with that partner for a couple of minutes. Sorry, Miss Bowen.
Hey, you stepped on me.
Everyone's it, and your goal is to score as many points as possible during the game. And the way you score a point is by popping each other in the back. So I'm wearing like a big poofy coat, so I really can't feel it. Can we agree to like be honest with one another? And like, if I say that I got you, we're gonna assume that everyone's playing fair and that like I actually got you and vice versa, even though if you couldn't feel it. So like, pop me. Yeah, I totally can't feel that. Did he get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so you can say like, I got you, that's fine. And when you get popped, you're out, but, so first of all, out looks like this. You just, cop a squat. You don't have to sit, the ground is cold and wet. If you wanna sit, it's your butt, it's fine. But what I'd like you to do is, if you wanna get back in and you wanna play more, you put your hand up like this, and you go, help me, help me, help me! And then somebody comes up and so high five, that's sort of like the standard, right? But we kind of want to go next level with this. We're gonna go for the turkey shake. And the turkey shake looks like this. Yes. All right, so if you want to get back in, you just say, help me, and somebody can come up and give you a turkey shake. If you are playing and you come up and you see someone helping someone else,
Pop them.
you may not pop them. We know who to look out for. Just so you know, no one's gonna get you back in now. I'm just kidding. So please don't pop people when they're trying to help other people. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you can see how we're in this sort of like mulchy area, please stay in the mulchy area. I don't want to look up and see Piper like out there being like running through the woods, getting chased by George, who's like, ha 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 ha. Like, we just want to keep it moving and fun. And did I nail that? Is that George? Yeah. And again, if you want to get out, if you want to get back in, just ask for help and someone will come help you. If you don't want to get out, you want to take a breather, you get a little worked up, a little hot, or you just want to watch the action, that's fine too. It's up to you. All right, so again, the boundaries are like this round mulchy area. So we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin.
Let's make pop you.
Help me.
Bomb kill you every time.
Help me. Help me. Help me. I need to get my phone. Help. I know, but you guys. You need to.
All right, game's over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Come on in. Come on in.
I wasn't keeping score.
I don't think it's for either.
All right. So, how many people got out?
Me. Well, we all did.
All right. How many people asked for help and got back in at least once?
Twice.
Excellent. How many people helped somebody else get back in? Okay. Great. Why would you help someone get back in?
It's a nice thing to do.
Whoa.
I
Lots
just
of
held it back
answers
for
all
my
at a time.
friend
I'm going to
back.
start right here. Why?
It's a nice thing to do.
Because it's the nice thing to do. Okay. What did you have to say?
I just help him up and then I pop him again.
So they wanted to get back in, but like for you, like it was both kind, but also a little self-serving, so you could play more.
Yeah.
Right, that's okay. It's a game. Why else was it? Why else would you get someone back in?
Because then if they see that I just like left them there, then they're gonna get me out when they come back in.
Oh, so like a little revenge, like, oh, you didn't help me? I'm gonna get you out, right? Okay. All right, yeah, Piper.
You keep the game actually going, because if everyone gets out, then game ends, you restart.
But then you win.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's okay.
Right, so was it possible? Was it possible for there to be a winner in that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, if a bunch of people decided not to help each other and get back in, would it be as much fun?
No.
No. All right. So, it's not. Were you able to be competitive?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, you could be competitive longer because people kept popping. So, great. So let me ask you a question. If we can put the poppers in your hand and hold them like a delicate butterfly. Like a delicate butterfly. This is. Yeah. Thanks, Sarah. That's great. Yep. We're not gonna press the butterfly. We're gonna try to keep it alive. So.
No eating it.
Yeah, please don't eat it. I know they look kind of like those orange candies, right?
Orange kids.
So.
No.
So hey, y'all.
Like a gummies.
Yeah.
Can I get folks' attention, please?
Like half of it.
Awesome, thank you. So, I want to ask you a couple of questions. How could you keep yourself safe during that activity? And safe could be like physically safe, but also how could you keep yourself, like what strategies did you have for not being tagged? Yeah, Edgar.
Just keep your back protected.
Yeah.
Keep your back protected. How did you do that?
Just I faced away from people.
Oh, so you were like, you're out here, back is that way, people this way? Yeah. Yes? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I got it. What else? How else did folks keep themselves safe? Yeah.
I just kind of ran backwards and I'm just like.
All right, so when you were moving backwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Great. How else? How else did you? How about keeping yourself physically safe? So not just safe from being tagged.
Don't sprint around.
Yeah, folks weren't sprinting around. Cool. What else? Yeah, please.
Try to not go where the rocks were.
Okay. Yeah. Try to not go over sharp, pointy things that would cause you pain. Okay. Nice work. Okay. How did you all take risks?
When you like.
No, thank you. Yep.
Well, like let's say you pop it and it misses someone and that like goes like right here and you're over there and then you gotta go get it.
Okay, so going in the middle.
Yeah.
Going in, putting yourself out there to be tagged, right? Kind of risky. Okay, great. How else did you take risks? Yeah.
Becoming a big target.
Becoming a big target? Mm-hmm. How did you become a big target?
By getting a lot of people and making them mad.
Oh, okay. So, by maybe getting so you tagged a lot of people so that maybe they would want to tag you back.
Yes.
Okay, that's actually interesting. I haven't heard anybody say that before. Cool. All right. Excellent, Miss Bowen. How did you take risks?
I took risks by like running around and like not just staying like in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like moved around a little bit.
Cool. So, you all are going to have a chance for the rest of the day today. What you did in this game is practice something that we call challenge by choice. Right? So, the way that I set the rules of the game up, it allowed you all to play in a way that worked for you. So I saw some people who were running, some people who, once they got out a couple times, they're like, I'm just gonna sit and chill, and that's fine. I had some people who were like super competitive, and you were like, yeah, I'm gonna tag everybody, and that's great. And other people that are like, I'm gonna try to not get tagged, or I'm gonna try to get more people, bless you, back in instead of getting people out. We are all individuals. We all bring special things to this group, and we're all going to move through the world and through our time here together at the Browne Center in a different and unique way. Some of us might pop ourselves in the face. It happens from time to time. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to honor that with you all, and I want to give you all a chance to honor yourselves and show up here today in a way that works for you, and for you all to agree that you're willing to help each other show up in a way that works for each other. So what might be a challenge for me might not be a challenge for you, but I'd ask that you like honor that and like help me out, and vice versa. Does that sound like a plan, like a good way to be in a group?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are we cool with that? Give me a thumbs up if you're willing to sort of do your best to try thumbs in pocket. You got a pocket thumbs in. Yeah, I love the self-care piece. Great. Okay. And so I'm going to ask you to get with partners. However, I want to see if you would be willing to step outside your comfort zone a little bit and get with somebody that you don't normally hang out with. All right? So this is a challenge course, not a wicked easy course. So if you can, get with a partner who you don't normally hang out with, and wait for directions. So go ahead and do this now, please. I can never remember this off the top of my head, so I have to read it. So thank you for bearing with me. So I know that you all, at least I think you all are familiar with the Academy Way, right?
Yeah.
What is that? So can you give me one?
Respect yourself and others.
Respect yourself and others.
Manage yourself.
Manage yourself. Tell me about manage yourself. What's that mean?
Like, to make sure that you're doing like the right options and like picking the right options and making sure that you're
Doing the right thing?
yeah.
Okay, so like managing yourself, so you're making good choices. Okay, great, yeah.
Act responsibly.
Act responsibly. Okay, great. So that's it, there's 3 of them, right? I do have them written down, they're right in front of me, I could have just looked. What I would like you all to do is to think for a minute, we're on a ropes course, okay? In a couple of minutes, we're gonna be swinging from things, climbing on things. We're not getting in harnesses today. We're not going to climb at height, but we are going to have a chance to solve some problems and do some things that might be a little physically challenging or might be mentally challenging. What I want you all to do is thinking about the Academy Way, thinking about those 3 things. I want you all think of yourselves as a team. This group right here. I know you're not a team back at school or anywhere else. But what I want you to do with your partner is to think about and talk about what you bring to this team. Like what do you bring? Do you bring kindness? Do you bring creative thinking? Are you an athletic person? Is that your thing? Like you're coordinated, you're fast. Are you a good problem solver? Are you an artist? Are you a musician? Are you the person who takes care of other people and makes sure that everyone's happy and warm and safe and fed? Have a brief conversation with your partner and then come up and get the letters that can spell out that thing. All right? And then we're gonna try to put them on that platform and we're gonna crossword them. All right, so do folks know how to, put your hand up if you know what I mean when I say crossword. Okay, I'm gonna say that my rules on crosswords are a little different because we're working in 3 dimensions. The crosswords can go up and down because we can stack blocks. They can go side to side. Spelling does not count. If you want to get creative and say your thing is personality, like you bring a lot of personality to the group and you can't find a P, or you just want the P from this pineapple to be the first part of your word, you can be personality with a pineapple, you can do that. That's fine. Does that make sense? All right, like be as creative as you want. So your first job is to have a brainstorming session with your partner about what you bring. And then once you decide that, come up, get the letters, make the word, and then put it on the platform there, and we're gonna crossword it.
Oh, he's videotaping us. Shh. Don't say anything.
I'll be right back.
What did you do?
This is a cow. Well, we could say it's a cow.
Use this.
But
I need a U. I need a U. I need a U.
Wicked smart, I like it.
81. I brought it.
Marissa, you said
a
you're,
grandma to the party.
Marissa, you said you're compassion, yeah?
We can take caring and put it up here, and we can put compassion over here.
What's that?
We can put caring up here. Do you have a word? And then we can put compassion over here.
Yeah, make it happen, ladies.
Marissa has one over here they're putting down.
Let's go around and share out what we got. So what did you all add? We'll just go around and have everybody share out and just we'll go that way.
Guard.
Cool. Well, so who's got? Well, let's just start here.
What?
Yeah, where'd it go? I don't know. What was your
I
word?
don't know where it was.
What was your word?
Protective.
Yeah, protective.
Protective. So right
I'm
here.
like a mom.
You're like a mom. So you're protective of everybody else in the group.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks. Sarah, how about you?
Me and Maisie did creative.
Oh, so both you and Maisie, you found a commonality. Awesome. So creative. Great. And what's your favorite way to be creative?
Mainly in like make art.
Okay, like what's your medium? Like you paint? Do you like sculpt? Do you...
Paint or like draw.
Cool. How about you, Mace?
I think I like drawing.
Drawing?
Yeah,
Cool, cool. Like big fat markers or like little pencils?
like pencils.
Pencils. Cool. Cool, cool. All right, who's next? George, what do you got?
I got animals and art.
Animals and art. Cool.
Yeah.
And what's your thing? What's that got to do with George?
Cause I love animals and I draw.
And you draw. Awesome. Well, do you draw animals?
No,
No?
I draw.
He does people.
Yeah, people.
Awesome. That's people. I'm kind of an artist myself. I don't do people. I can't. I like people are not my forte. I can draw.
So what do you do?
I can draw things, and I like doing paper cuts. So like an X-Acto blade. So I'll cut out things. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, what do you got?
I did
Caring. Cool. So what's that? I probably could guess, but like, what's that mean for you? Like, you bring caring to the group. So what?
You need to like look out for other people and make sure that they're okay. If they if they need something.
Okay, cool. So is that kind of like mom power over here? Yeah? Awesome. Great.
Me and Damien put down sports and athletic.
Okay, fantastic. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I play a lot of sports.
Yeah, hockey.
Hockey,
Being one.
basketball, cross country, golf.
Great. Golf. That game takes a lot of patience. That's not my game.
I just tuck the ball and be like.
How about you, bud?
I play football and soccer.
Football and soccer?
Flag football.
Right on. Great. Awesome. Thanks.
I get
guys.
away with that.
And how about y'all?
I did the same as Carly, the protector. We did that.
Protective?
Yep.
Cool. And what's that look like for you? Like, why protective?
Well, I use it as like the protective, like caring kind of thing. That's how I think of it. Like you're very nice and, think about people.
Okay, so empathy is strong with you. So and not just being aware, but actually doing something with that. Okay, great. And Maisie, you were sort of, you went already, kind of, sort of?
Yeah,
Or was there
I
some?
was with Sarah.
Yeah. Do you want to add something else, or or say anything else about your thing?
Well, I like to think about things kind of like outside of the box.
Oh, okay. Great. Well, you're gonna have a chance here in a minute. Great. Edgar, what do you got?
Me and Nathan did arts.
Okay. Lots of arts. So what's
I did arts because we did arts because I'm really creative. I can make stuff.
Like what? Like what kind of stuff?
Like I can do vehicles. I can draw swords and stuff.
Awesome.
And I'm really just good at art. Like I'm fast at it, but then it comes out really good.
Awesome. Great. How about you, man? What's your arts?
For some works, they may not particularly be drawing or something, but I kind of think I'm a little creative, and besides the works that don't have to do with art.
Awesome. You can definitely dance. That's arts. And that's some skills, man. For a young guy, you got some moves. I like it.
That's Damien.
Nice. Right on.
Wait, this is how my brother thinks he dance.
Right now.
No, not even that. He just goes.
Everybody's got their own groove.
He's like nobody. You look like a dying squirrel. He's just like.
A dying squirrel's
I'm just like okay.
So Lily, how about you? What did you put down? Which one? Art. So what's your art thing?
Drawing.
Drawing? Cool. Do you like to draw critters or people? Cool. Now you like a cartoon type of person, or are you like anime type stuff? Cool.
There's still
Right
spiders
on.
out.
Nice. My nephew Bo does a lot of anime all over the walls of his room.
There's still spiders out.
I didn't mean it like that.
And so compassion, you dropped one of the longest words on there, polysyllabic word. What's compassion mean for you?
I don't know. People say I'm empathetic a lot.
Yep. So how does that? How do you think that can help a group?
Helping people out.
Helping people out, being aware when folks maybe aren't even aware of themselves, and then maybe taking care of them. Cool. All right. So this is awesome. So this is us, or this is you, anyway. So your first challenge as a group is I'm gonna take a picture of this so that we in case it maybe falls apart. Your first challenge as a group is to see how high you can pick this crossword puzzle up before it falls apart.
What do you mean? Oh, like pick up the board?
Pick up, no, not the board, the crossword puzzle.
What?
What?
I know what you mean.
So,
I know what he means.
yep,
Like that?
no, yep, like that. Yep.
Well, does that have to be
Yep.
all as one?
Yeah, so it all has to go up at the same time.
Oh, so we all need to hold.
Right, so, and I will say you can each use
2 fingers.
2 fingers. Your whatever 2
Take a
fingers you
picture,
can use. Now hold on. So wait, George. So it has to go up as it is, and if it falls apart, that's okay because we're not going to take the time to put it back together. But like, can I highly suggest that you all come up with a plan first before you try it because you're only going to get one shot.
Each person.
Oh my god.
But we have to make room for Lily and Martha too.
Grab yours first.
I'll get this half.
And if it
All right,
means
guys.
that everyone's only using one finger, that's the way it's got to
Guys,
be.
we need someone for art. Lily, do you want to help us with art?
There's one with
Art's
art.
over there.
There's an art here.
over.
Oh.
I'm messing it up. I'm sorry.
Wait, where? Where's the art? That
Here. Over here.
Over there. Okay, so
go over
Lily,
there.
Go over there.
guys, you
And
need
then
to like
Marissa.
make some room.
What about
Just reach over, Lily.
Alright.
there? Wait, no, wait. Here. George, get out of the way. Just kidding.
Marissa!
Wait, stop. Chill. She's finding something to do.
Your rings, dude.
You guys ready?
3.
Oh no.
Wait, Marissa.
Wait, that's not the other protector though.
Nathan's doing something.
3, 2,
Yeah,
1.
Nathan's not doing anything.
Who's this?
Oh no! We got 4. We got 4.
We also got
Okay,
Kempo.
so
Kempo. We also got Kempo.
Kempo. It's kind of karate. So
Wait, where's my...
so here's the thing. What? So what happened? It fell. Right. So because it's kind of a hot mess, and it would take a long time to put it back. I'm not going to have us do that. But what did? Yeah, please go ahead.
I feel like since it was hard to fit like everyone like around the box, so we could not all get like 2 or like at least like 1 finger to like hold something together.
Okay. How did you all do with at least trying to get everyone involved?
Not really well. I think we did okay.
We tried to break apart the words.
Yeah, you tried to break apart the words to make it possible. So there was an effort made, right? Like to get folks involved, to get folks able to make space. So I want to applaud you for that. I want us to move on to another challenge that's a little more active because it's cold. What do you think some good lessons from this really quick challenge are that you all could learn to take to the next one, which is going to be sort of a little bit bigger? What are some good learnings?
Could communicate more.
Could communicate more. Right on. Like, well, can you give me an example?
Well, try to make sure everybody's included and
And knows
like,
what the
talk
plan.
talk about a plan before you.
Yeah, I like that. Great. So make sure everybody knows the plan. Yeah.
I think we should also, for the next challenge, just like what we did here, just work together and try to actually make an effort to include everyone.
Great. Cool. I dig it. Awesome. Other ideas before we move on? Okay. Your goal is to escape the Sea of Doom. This is the Sea of Doom. The way you escape the Sea of Doom, well, it is. It's a sea of lava. It's lava, yes, Doom. So what needs to happen is you all need to make your way over onto these 4 platforms, okay? There is a combination that only I know. And the combination is like there are a certain number of people on each platform. What that does is once you get the combination right, it turns the lava solid and you can escape.
Yeah.
Every time someone touches the lava, it scrambles the combination.
Oh, so wait.
Yes.
So does that mean, say I was on a thing and then Piper touched the lava, would that mean I have to come back?
Nope, it doesn't mean you have to come back. It just means that the combination is scrambled and you have to figure it out again.
Do you tell us?
The first thing, what's that?
Do you tell us when one of the pads?
Once everyone, good question. Once everyone gets out onto those 4 platforms, you can ask me the question, and the question is, how many platforms are right? And I will tell you, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or none. Every time you make a move and change a platform, you can say, Jeff, how many platforms are right? And I will tell you, but you all have to figure out the combination. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, your first challenge, without sacrificing, so some rules, basic rules. And this falls under the Academy way. There's no human sacrificing.
Aww.
Okay? No running, jumping, diving. Like, we can't we can't have George lay down in the lava and melt away and have you walk over him to get to this. That's not gonna happen.
So how are we gonna get to George?
Oh, I don't know. You all are gonna have to figure it out.
Oh, I know how.
Wait, so your first challenge is to get the rope. Once you get the rope, I will give you the safety rules on how to use the equipment. I will put this out there as well, that there's a couple of things that you need to know. One is these over here, these are lava-proof special magic pads that can be used to walk on lava. They only work when they are in contact with a human being. So if you just throw them down, they melt. But if you are in contact with them, exactly. If you're in contact with them, they magically stay afloat. Yes?
Well, if you let them down and then they melt, can you pick it back up or does it have to stay there?
You can pick it back up.
Drew,
I have an idea.
Touch him.
Touch him.
Rip my coat, he does not survive.
You guys put the zippers together.
Oh, I'm so cold.
That's okay. Guys, get out of the way so it doesn't hit you.
George, you're likely person in swing set.
Is he eating Doritos?
No, he's untying it. I am not. Just tie it. No, grab one end of your jacket.
Can I see my jacket?
One end. Oh, wait.
Tie them tight.
Wait, is mine longer? Mine might be longer.
Oh, George has got it. I got something.
I hit it.
Keep on going.
Here, no, I need to make it bigger. Wait, let me try to make it bigger.
Oh.
Yes, Edgar.
Come on, Edgar.
Keep on going.
I'm just hitting it.
It's
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Edgar.
That's real.
Yes, yeah.
All right, huzzah. Well played.
So one of us grabs it and swings.
Okay, so
But then when they get back, they just throw it back.
Yeah.
So make sure you know how.
So
Don't let
someone
go
just
of
grabs
it.
it.
so if I may get your attention, thank you. Some safety commands. So the way this works is one person at a time. Okay, you already all did a good job of seeing how the swing works. Obviously, this is pretty high up off the ground. You might need some friends to help you get up on it. We don't push people. We can pull them and yes,
Let him go.
no pushing.
Drew, go on first.
Yeah. No, is that we need to stay in the bed?
No.
We need someone
So-
over there to send it over.
What?
So if Drew
Hello. Hey.
Yes.
You can pull people back and let them go.
Slingshot?
Not quite a slingshot, but you can pull them back and let them go. But we don't want to push them because we don't want them to spin. Because when you get spinning, then you might let go, and your foot might still be in here, and that's
That'll hurt.
yeah, that's no bueno, right? So no bueno. No bueno. So also, what do you think a challenge?
It's gonna be getting down.
No.
he positioned
Yeah,
it, I don't like it.
I had it too far away. What do you think might be something to be concerned about with this?
Slippery.
Slippery, right? So it's not icy, but it is slippery. It's a little wet.
and moist.
Yeah, wet and moist. So the other thing with the rope that I forgot to mention, you think this might be a good idea?
No.
Definitely not.
If
Not a
you
good
fall,
idea.
You're gonna get decapitated.
Probably lose you.
Decapitated by your arm? That's
Yeah, I want to be decapitated.
decapitation is only your head. So if you lose an arm or a leg, that's called being dismembered. We don't want any of these things to happen.
You're dismembered.
Okay. Yes, there's no dissing, no D'ing, like nothing. And we want all our parts to stay attached. Right. Dismembered? Dismembered? No, right. So, well, we are all like really slap happy right now. This is great. So, what's gonna happen, folks, is some safety commands. The safety commands are the person who is going to swing. They ask, "Ready to swing?" And you all say, repeat after me. Ready to swing?
Ready, swing?
Great. And then everyone else,
Yes.
who is over here and over here, says, "Swing away." Right. It's like on belay, belay on. Yes, that is exactly right. And we do this so that this doesn't turn into human bowling. All right? So it's really important that folks know that people are coming so that they don't get bowled off. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So the other rule that you need to know is that only one rope can be in use at a time. All right. So we don't want it to turn into like clackers, like people smacking into one another. All right. Also, no bueno. Right. So no bueno. Okay. All right. So. The order doesn't matter to me. If you happen to touch the lava, ladies and gentlemen, you just go back to the end of the line. You heal up. Take a moment. Heal your burns. And then you can retry. And so, what are the commands?
Yes, I'll go. I sacrificed more.
Wait. Ready to swing? Ready to swing. Swing on.
No, so you say ready to swing.
Ready to swing.
And everybody else says swing away.
Swing away! You did it! Okay, now throw it back. Please. I'll catch it. Oh! Damien, catch it on there. You go. No. I'm not going. I'll go. Oh.
Nathan.
Are you ready to swing?
So.
Hey, no, you don't say it. You
Do
say
need some help
swing
getting up in there?
away.
Like have some folks, maybe you can hold your shoulders so you don't. Yep.
I got you.
There we go.
Wait. Ready to swing?
Ready to swing.
Swing away!
Wait. He's got a.
Swing away. Oh no, I touched the lava again.
You all right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh.
Wait!
Oh no. No. Guys, I got it. I got these things.
Throw it at it! Just
No, don't.
That's right.
Don't throw it. Don't waste them.
Yes,
You can grab our
yes.
coat. You can do the same thing.
Oh wait, I got the coat. Hold on, guys.
No, wait.
I am the coat.
We can reuse the stars. Yeah, we can reuse the stars. We can reuse the stars. Okay. Maybe not.
So hey, folks, hold on. So I want to do two things. One, I want to recognize like the level of kindness and like you all like we had a mistake. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, and like he apologized. He said sorry, guys, and you all were like super like not a thing about it, right? So have you all ever worked with a group of kids that were like, oh man, like
Yes.
you all weren't like that, right?
Pressing.
So like, right? It's no fun. So I just want to like, I want to call it out and like give you some props for not being those kids.
Here, give me the rope. I'll try to swing to that. Here, you want the rope? Yes. Here. I need to put down a star because I can't put a rope. Can I use the star?
And then once Damien wrapped it. Wait, no. You just put another star next to the thing, and now you stand.
You stand there.
I mean,
Ready to swing?
Swing away.
Swing away. Swing away.
Wait.
Waiting.
Wait.
Waiting.
You got it. It's like you're like.
Yeah.
You got to hear from them. It's like getting permission.
What?
Put the rope down.
Ready to swing?
Rope down.
Swing away.
Swing away.
There we go.
You took this rope with us. You go farther.
Wow, that was very graceful. It's like.
You're so tall. Okay. No, I'm going. Swing away.
Swing away.
Okay, now we're. Maisie, hold on to it.
Hold on to
We're
it.
not going to use it.
Maisie, hold on to it, please.
Yeah.
I'll pick this one up when you go. All right, ready?
So commands.
No, I'm going to step on that one.
Ready to
Yep, ready to swing.
Ready to swing?
Swing away. Wait, Maisie. Try doing it with
Oh, coming back.
Oh, push. No. Wait, are we allowed to push him in that situation?
That's okay.
Push me.
Take me away.
Yay.
I don't know. Oh, you kicked me in the shin. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna push Shark here. Here, I'm gonna go.
Great. All right.
All right, ready to swing?
Swing away. Swing away.
He's coming back. Nope. All right.
No.
And
Still going. Still going.
Oh my god.
Here, why don't you just come back? No, just abort. Abort. No. Abort.
Nice work, Damien.
Get over here right now.
Look, Maggie, you're gonna take the star.
Here, do you
I'm
want
gonna
to
put star there, and I'm gonna jump to the other platform.
Just hold it. Just hold it. Hold it.
Who's going now?
You're gonna take the
No,
star.
you go,
can I
Mason.
recommend that you let everybody else because they're just standing there watching.
Okay,
They have
so
no power.
she's gonna take the star, and I'm gonna put a star there and go to
okay.
the other platform.
But make sure you take the star before you like
Yeah.
go. So it doesn't
2,
burn up.
1. Oh no. I
got it.
Throw me a star.
Okay, am I going over? Or?
Yes, you go, Maisie.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maisie.
Okay. That's burned. That's burned. You just burned it.
Oh yeah, that one's totally burnt.
You gotta step on it right when you place it.
Okay, Maisie.
Swing it over. Swing it over.
I was gonna say, why am I holding?
Here, I'll hold it.
Wait, then put that aside while we're yeah. And then I'm gonna have you do that, okay? Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it has a.
Ready to swing?
Swing away. Y'all.
Yeet.
I got it. And throw it back.
Very graceful.
See, girls
Drew, if you die, I'm not saving you.
I'll go.
Oh, okay, thank you. You go, Edgar.
Hold on tight. I just don't like the sound of hearing the rope.
Really good job. It was graceful. Yeah, the stretching sound.
Now, Maisie. Maisie, you want to try it again?
I'm ready to swing. No.
Wait, this side. This way.
Put that foot in.
There.
Put one of your feet in there.
Alright.
And then swing towards George.
No, it
Edgar,
makes more sense if you can because you're
Edgar,
facing
could
me.
it be?
He needs to go over there. Just go wherever you want, wherever you can go.
Ready to swing.
Swing!
Ugh.
No! Don't let go! Sorry!
Stop pulling him that way.
Oh my goodness.
He got burned. No. That's so cold. My feet are cold.
Yeah.
Good job.
Like,
Good, nicely done.
My aunt likes it, but she can't drink it.
I know.
So don't grab it.
Ready to swing?
Swing away.
I caught it.
We're good. Ah.
Yes.
Oh, that came perfect.
Nicely done.
Okay.
Nathan, you could go.
Thank you.
No.
Who's going, Marcel?
I'm a fun guy, get it? Because we're in the woods, fun guy.
Oh. Not like that. Something different. You okay?
Yes.
So commands, please.
We need one more person here.
Swing away.
Oh.
The water, though.
Excellent. That you.
Swing it. Give it to me.
Alright, ready to swing?
Swing away. Grab her.
Angles.
You're coming back. You're going back.
Doing what I did.
Okay. Almost. We almost got you. Give her a little push. No, Hannah. Push her.
Push her over here.
No. Yes. Push her, Marissa.
Do not grab the rope.
Push her over
Push
here.
her. You have to push her, you guys. Marissa,
You can't.
Oh, that's a good catch, Sarah. Nice job.
Okay, you have long legs.
Did you bring your foot up?
Okay.
So.
Okay. You both lying to me right now?
Get it.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Okay, Lily, you got it.
Swing away.
Yes, Lily. Yes. It's okay. There you go, Lily.
Okay, one of you guys gotta go there.
Big fish in it.
I mean here.
Oh goodness.
No.
Okay.
One person should go.
Are you Gucci?
Oh, yeah. No, we're good. Well, it's good. Totally good.
My foot.
Lily, you good? That was very flexible.
Ready to swing.
Swing away.
Oh, oh, get the foot off. The foot. The foot. There we go. Well played.
Now. Oh wait. Oh, get on that. Get on
Everyone
that.
get on a block. Everyone get on a block. Everyone get on a block. George.
Edgar, come over
Everyone in the
Edgar,
Come over. And don't use your.
everyone, hawk on.
Leave me alone.
Okay, start. Got each.
Okay. Okay.
down.
Yeah, so one right.
And
No,
then
not yet. Don't answer the question.
So I'm gonna allow like. So with this one, so Lily can just have one foot on. That's fine. That's fine. So next time you can just have one foot on, and that will count. I'm gonna allow that.
How many are right?
Hold on. I need to check my high-tech thing. Right now we have one right.
I think it's that one.
No.
I think it's that one.
Us.
Yeah, I think it's
us.
Yeah.
We're on a big block. I feel like.
Yeah.
So are you all guessing? Like, is there any basis to any of this?
No.
No. So listen to Edgar. So you're guessing, right? Are you guessing?
I am too.
Yeah. So
I'm guessing that four in a big block because there's enough space for everyone to.
It looks like
Like-
there's another person that could fit on that.
right. So I've seen up to 13 people fit on that. Just so you know.
Oh.
Yeah, 13.
people on this one.
So here's the thing.
Just stay there.
So here's the thing, y'all. What have you done really well so far?
Communicate.
Great. What did good communication sound like for you all?
A lot of talking, but not a whole lot.
A lot of talking, but like enough talking to get the job done.
Yeah.
But not too much. Okay. Great. What else did you do well? Yes.
We helped each other on the rope.
Helping, lots of helping. Whether it was asked for or not, there was a lot of like, whoa, like getting right in there. What else did you do well?
I don't know. Getting everyone on bases.
What's that?
Getting everyone on these things.
Get everyone on? Yeah, so you did a good job getting here. So, what could you do a little bit better? What do we need to work on?
Teamwork.
Working together.
Working together, there's a lot of like side conversations happening. I wouldn't say no one's sabotaging, like doing it on purpose. Folks are just having fun, which is okay. Fun is good, and we're getting hungry, right? So, cool. All right, what else? What else we got? Other shout outs for other people.
Just in the lava.
That's okay,
it's not
the
lava
floor's not
anymore.
lava anymore, yes.
I have one for Nathan for trying really hard.
Awesome, Nathan for trying really hard, and Nathan for being really patient despite the ongoing, like, growing hunger pains. Excellent. Yeah! All right, what else? Drew?
He was monkey flying everywhere.
All right, so like props to Drew for monkey flying.
Yeah.
And you can
He's
give
just
full
like,
group
"Stop it."
shout outs too. So like shout out to the group for whatever stuff.
Communication.
There we go.
Shout out
Okay,
to the group
great.
for communication.
Yeah.
Yay!
And I want to give a shout out to our folks over here who tend to be a little quieter for both like getting in here and like rocking it out and being like super graceful and steadfast and really reliable like the whole time.
And you want to go from there to there?
Yeah, so shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. You ready for this challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. This thing is called the team triangle. Your goal in the next 15 minutes is to score as many points as possible. Now, the way you score points, remember earlier in the day when we played Popper Tag, and when we were on the Nitro Crossing, that's what that thing's called. We talked about something called challenge by choice, right? So this allows lots of choice. One of your choices could be to get out on the cable, all right, and with support from your friends, new friends, old friends, colleagues, cohort, however you want to say y'all, and go on the cable and score points by touching the tree. Trees, plural, right? So we've got 3 trees. What do you all think the 3 most important things are for you all as people to bring back to school? Like if you could have 3 things that you like are doing really well at today that you think might be important to bring back to school. What are 3 things? 1?
Had memories.
What's that? You had memories?
Memories.
So good memories of what? Like
Having fun.
Okay, so having fun together? Great, so I like fun. We're gonna call that big one, the big white pine. That's the fun tree. Yeah, what do you got?
Oh, like be like nice to each other.
Being nice to one another?
Yeah, she's a tree hugger.
Hey, I'm a tree hugger. Is there something wrong with that?
Yeah.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
What's this one?
So,
I just realized that you have is like for 100.
yeah, it's this is a jacket that you use mountain climbing with harnesses, so you can have your rock climbing harness and your rope attached here. Yeah, yeah. So it also lets you go to the bathroom, which is nice.
It goes.
Say that again. Hey, what was your thing?
Fun. I mean,
That was that one.
To be nice.
To be nice. So, do y'all think that it's important to be nice to one another?
What are you doing?
Is it always the case at school?
No.
No. Do you think like all of you, like having had this experience, maybe you could like band together and like create more niceness?
Create peace.
Create peace? Excellent. So this is going to be the peace tree, the niceness tree. What's the third thing? So this is the working together tree. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, some safety tips for this. One, your feet are wet. The cable is going to be slickery. Okay, the platforms similarly a little slickery. Ropes, you can hold them like this. That's great. Like this, still a bad idea. If you're tall enough to reach up in here, don't, because you could get pinchy, owie, owie. That's no good. And so what I would like everyone to do at this point in time is to imagine that if you choose to be on the cable, you have to always be in contact with a person, a rope, or a tree. So if you're always in contact with a person, a rope, or a tree, are you ever standing on the cable touching nothing else?
No.
Correct. So I don't like no running, diving, human sacrificing. You gotta always be in contact with a person, a rope, or a tree. And we start and stop from right here, this part of the cable in front of the small square. So if you want to get on the cable, you start here, you make your way out, you score a point for every tree you touch, and then you go on this cable, and we go in a clockwise direction so that there's some order to this chaos. Yes, Carly.
Two things.
What is up?
I thought you were gonna say we start here.
Start with a T.
And how does your coat unzip? No, like to take it off.
Oh, that's before.
Whoa!
Wow.
I have two of those.
That's your only
Please
question.
stop.
It's specifically designed for mountaineering when you have a climbing harness on, so you can like get at your harness and your belay device when you're doing that kind of thing. I spend time in the mountains in the winter, so that's why I have this jacket. It's also wicked warm. So, are there questions about this? No. No questions. Okay, so carefully, slowly step over the cable and get onto the platforms, please.
Does everybody want to go on the rope?
Yeah,
I'll do it. Okay, do it. So no, now
Would it help to know what like the average group does in 15 minutes? Like 30 to 40 points.
Oh, then I say we get
Like the entire group?
400.
Yeah. No, the whole group. Combined scores.
So if everyone tries to get touch at least each tree, then we.
If we each
Wait,
try
so
to
we
get
could
like
only
one
get
tree?
points for touching the tree? It's
Yeah.
only
Well, how many people are here?
But what if so? Do you
How many points do
would
we
you
get
switch
for
with
touching
someone? Say you're on the platform.
Yep.
Would you switch with someone?
Not 3 minutes.
So wait.
say I'm on the platform and you're
Hold on, she's in the middle of asking me a question. Hold on, buddy.
No.
Are you?
Would you like say you were on the platform?
Yep.
And someone wanted to switch? Would you switch with them?
You totally
Like,
can switch with them.
get
That's fine.
points? But what if you just want to stay in the platform? You wouldn't get any points.
No, but it's a group goal, right? So if you're like, I'm like
Oh,
really
okay.
comfortable on the platform, helping everyone else get points, booyah, that's awesome.
Okay.
If you're like, I want to be on the cable scoring points, I need help, then that's totally cool too.
I want to be on the cable scoring points.
Excellent.
I need help.
Excellent. You need to start over here.
So wait. Do you want me to help you?
Oh no.
Yeah, so you have to be in contact with a person, a rope, or a tree at all times. So right now you're in touch with a person. Great.
Spontaneous. I mean, Nathan. Not where we need to.
Slow is your friend.
Whoa. So imagine you like walking out on the ice without your stick.
Guys, someone help me. Someone help him.
There needs to be people on the platform to give other people support.
Can you walk up there with me?
You can do it.
I don't care.
We got it.
At the same time.
We got 3 points.
Yes, but you all. Yeah,
You're gonna come with me,
The answer is
okay?
yes, as long as you're both.
Let's go, George.
I can.
I need you to be on the platform.
Wait,
Oh, that's the challenge part, right? Makes it
I can
harder.
say no.
I love the fact that you were helping and you were like sacrificing yourself. You got now like hours of extra homework.
Now, Piper, you're gonna help me.
You're right.
I got it. Somebody hold on.
Platform.
So we got folks on the cable over here, so let's
Got ya.
reach out, make sure that they're taken care of.
I'm gonna take a risk for the extra homework.
You're going? No.
Okay, so okay.
Okay, you guys, Marissa.
I got you. On the platform.
I'm not gonna help you through. Fight for survival.
Thank you.
Are you gonna keep going?
I was not gonna help him. Alright, you're help me.
No. Really, you guys? Stay on the platform. You get a lot of points, don't you?
Guiding the blind. Sheesh, you're really taking it for the team. He can be. He can be what he wants to be when he wants to. How much you have? The bus is leaving. Two so far.
Bye, bus. I'm not done yet, though.
50.
Like 50 or like exactly 50?
Exactly.
Well, I'm not really good at counting,
Me neither.
so.
It's okay.
So like 50.
We'll call it 50-ish.
But
So-
we'll call it
50. Because I think it's like 50. Like
You think
exactly.
it's okay? So we have a grand total of 4 more minutes.
Please.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait, what was our goal? 52?
Your goal was
Yes.
50, and you got 50. So you've got
57 is our
4 more minutes to score more points. Now, hold on. As you all were getting into it and things were like getting moving faster, how using your thermometers? How safe were we? This is really safe, and this is like not so much.
In between.
Show me. How safe were we being?
in the middle of middle and high. It's like in
Yeah,
the middle
like
of middle
in
and
here. Okay, so what can we do to keep ourselves safer? Slow down, smoother, no like jumping on the cables. Hold on. Yes, please.
I think that more people could have helped them walk on the cable.
Yes, because there were some parts. There were some parts where I was like just alone, and I'm just like.
Yeah, no, you can't be alone. So maybe more people on board and taking turns. So not everyone on the cables at once, taking turns on the platforms. Yes.
Maybe each person should have like someone that they walk around with, because like me and Piper were like walking around like, so she was helping me like most of like the entire way.
Okay, I will say that's
was
a great
helping both of
idea. It's hard because the platforms are small, and then you have to like shuffle if that person's moving somebody else out of the way. Like, I like it, and if it works easily, go for it. If it doesn't, you might need to just switch people.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've got 3 more minutes.
Okay. Ready?
So remember, we're going slow. So again, step back up on.
Someone help Damien.
Helping people.
She's so athletic and humble.
Carly has good balance.
Carly does have good
There's
balance.
some people that's just like wiggling so much. Exactly.
So much that I'm like falling.
Oh, hey, it's not me.
I know it's not you. It's me.
No, it's not. I'm just like, woof.
George with the advanced cross-step method pioneered by Miss Lily.
Okay, you ready? Harley's showing up for the camera. I hope they don't have audio.
That's audio. Get your foot out of there, okay? I don't want you to twist your ankle.
I mean, I'm just working. There is
okay?
in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I'm getting on right now. Okay, that's gonna be hard. There's 17. Someone help me.
Help me.
Oh my god.
Before you get on.
George, remember, person to rope or tree, buddy.
I'm sorry.
We need to get you to 18. 18.
I have 18. How much you have?
I don't know. So, ladies, we're gonna count first. Okay? No, I love that you're ahead of the game. It's great. Okay, so, Lily, how many did you get? 3? Yeah. Excellent. So we got 3. Who's next?
20.
So, come on up.
22.
You got 22?
Yeah.
25.
So it's 25.
22.
25 plus 22.
47.
47. Excellent. Hold on. Come on up.
Wait, don't we have to add another 20? 20. Don't we have
20?
to add another 22? Did we add Maisie's?
Okay, we totally lost count then.
67.
Thank you. 67. I love it. Come on up.
21.
67 plus 21?
Equals 7,
I had-
8, 9. That equals 98.
I had
67 plus 21?
No.
88.
88.
88, come on out.
6
88 plus 6?
equals 94.
Yeah.
Yes.
6.
No.
No, 96.
88 plus 6 is 94. It is 94, yes.
Yeah.
6, 100.
I had 9.
9, 109.
109. I don't have any.
Okay.
Where did I?
Okay, helpers the whole time. And you getting it? So helpers.
109.
Excellent. 109. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Excellent. Hi. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is to take a quick second and think about a highlight for you for the day. So for you personally, like the best part of your day, and then I want you to think about like a moment where this group was just pure unbridled awesomeness. Like a moment where like the group was just great. So everyone take a moment and just picture those 2 pictures. All right, can I have you take a step back, make room for Miss Bowen, please? There we go. So we're coming up with two pictures. One of like your best moment of the day for you, like you personally, like your favorite moment of the day. Even if that's warm and cozy eating lunch in the yurt, that's fine, I love it. And then another moment of like the group being like pure unbridled awesomeness as a team. Okay, I'm gonna go around and like quick. So who wants to go first? Great, Carly, what do you got? What, and you can choose either or both of you can be quick.
My favorite, well, I think that we did really well was on a course that we just did where everybody was helping each other. And like, Sarah was really helpful because she was by my side the entire time and she didn't like let go for a minute.
Awesome, cool. And if you're like, if you've got it in your head and you want to pass because you don't want to share out loud, that's fine too. No worries, just say pass. Okay, great. We'll just go around in a circle. And if you're not ready, say pass, we'll come back to you or we'll just skip you together, whatever you need.
Okay. Well, I liked the when we did the thing where you swing and then the 4 thingamabobs because I think we did good, like getting each people on different ones and getting the right amount of people on that.
Awesome, great.
Yeah, and I don't know about the second one.
Okay, think about what like your your best part, like for you. You don't have to share it, but just
I don't know.
I think we did best as a group on, like Carly said, on the last thing that we did. And I think my favorite part was the swinging activity.
it was just fun for you.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We did pretty good on the last one because you said like the average group gets like 30 points, but we got 100.
You did. You totally destroyed the average group. That was awesome. Awesome. Great. The rope swing. Sweet. Awesome. Is that your favorite? What you think we did the best at? Yours. Awesome. Thanks, Lily. Yeah.
Like Marissa said, I think we did really good on the last one because we all worked together and we communicated best on that one, I feel, and that's my favorite one.
Great. Thanks. Bowen?
I loved the swing activity because I really loved watching all the kids work together as a group, and I just saw great respect, cooperation. I thought that was great.
Awesome.
And my favorite part was watching the full value contract come alive through the puzzle. So that was really fun with all the words.
That was fun. I like the artwork myself.
Yeah.
I like swinging in a platform, and then like a lot of people said, I think the last one was the best because we worked on what we needed to work as a group, and we actually put that out there, and I think we did a good job.
Awesome. Great.
I like the swinging one because it was fun and we all worked together, like we problem solved. Because when we had to figure out how many people were on each thing, we just kind of figured it out together.
Great.
I like the rope swing because like it was fun to swing across, and I also like the lunch area we went in because it was like a teepee kind of.
That's the yurt. Thanks.
I like the swing thing, and my personal favorite was the where we went to eat lunch.
I think we did the best at the last activity, and my favorite was the pop tag.
Great. Pop tag. Excellent.
I like the last activity because it was fun and we got to work together.
Well, thanks so much for working so hard to be a really great group today. And thanks for like making my job fun. Today didn't feel like work at all. So maybe a quick shout out for us, and then we're going to be doing that as a large group here in a second. So group shout out. You ready? On 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah! I wanted to give us a quick chance to celebrate and maybe give a shout out to folks in your group for doing some of the things that are on these puzzle pieces. My group, I introduced them to this specific cheer that we do here at the Browne Center, and we're going to teach that to you now. So my group, can you help me out with this? So we start down low, it looks like this, and then we go to the middle, and then a little higher, and then with a point and say, yeah! And then we put it all together. Yeah! Excellent. So, now's your chance to, Nick, could you do me a huge favor? Could you have the bus driver turn that thing off? Thanks. Now's your chance to give a shout out to people in your group or your group as a whole for doing things that were awesome. And if they happen to overlap with things that are on your puzzle pieces, you can like point that out too. So anybody got something? Yeah, Sarah, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
My group was group 1, and I think that we worked together really well, and things that we needed to work on, we communicated, and at the last challenge, we did really good at like expressing all the things that we were working on.
Awesome, really thanks. Cool. So we're going to give a shout out to like all of group 1, and since they're all spread out, it's going to kind of look, the yeahs kind of look like this. So ready? Put it all together. Yeah! All right, what else have we got? What else have we got? Yes, right here.
So one of the people in my group, group 2, really took the leadership skill to like another level with like trying to help out the group a lot. And that person is Max Bland in the orange coat.
Excellent. What's your name again?
Matthew.
Matthew. All right. So shout out to Matthew for bringing the leadership up to the next
level.
No,
that's Max.
Max.
My name's Matt. His name is Max.
I'm sorry. Max. Great.
Max.
Him. Orange jacket.
Him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well played. Excellent. What else we got? Yes, please.
So one of the people in my group that was really helpful during the triangle part of the ropes course, she was literally always there to help anybody, and that was this awesome person right next to me, Catherine.
Aww. Excellent. All right, shout out.
Yeah!
Excellent. All right. Yep, right here.
During the triangle ropes course, this person was always there when I was about to fall. That's Tristan. Yeah! Same thing, but with Jeff here, Miss Patton, and where did Miss Fran go? There she is. They were all helping everyone out on the ropes course. It was really fun there.
Awesome.
My favorite part was the ropes course there.
Awesome.
Triangle.
I'm really happy with my group as a whole, but I just wanted to point out that while some people were having like a lot of fun, just like doing all these activities, I'm sure some people were kind of going out of their comfort zone. Particularly, I just want to say Cadence. She seemed like she was like just kind of like maybe a little nervous about like doing like some of the rope activities, but she was so helpful. She really like she took one of the roles as like the people that was the supporter, and I knew that she maybe was like a little unsure at first, but she did so well. So I just wanted to say shout out to Cadence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? Right next to Cadence. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was also in group 3, and I agree that our group did really well as a whole. But there are two people in particular, Jenna and Brooke. At first they didn't really want to try the ropes course, but they tried it anyway, and they did a really good job in the end.
Awesome.
Yeah!
All right. Yep, go ahead. That was great. So I'll come back to you in a second, Carly. So go ahead.
So I'm in group 2, and I want to give a shout out to, where is she? Madeline, there you are, for being really kind, and she helped out on the ropes course a lot. And she was always there to help anybody.
Awesome. Madeline.
soccer.
Yeah! And Carly, go ahead.
My shout out is to Zara because when I was on the ropes course, there was a couple of times that I fell, but she always like picked me up and she was always encouraging us that we could do it again, and she was always there when anybody needed her.
Sweet! Yeah! Yes, sir, green jacket.
So, my group was number 2, and a lot of people in my group, I wanted to shout them all out because we were all leaders and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, group 2.
Yeah! All right, what else? What else? You've already gone. Yeah, what do you got?
So I was also group 3, and I just kind of want to give a shout out to our whole team because they were all super supportive. They all had great ideas, and everybody accepted the ideas. And when I fell on the triangle rope course, and everybody was just so supportive about it, like, oh, are you okay? It's okay, it was just a mistake. Are you okay? Like, they'd help me up as well. It was just really nice of them to do that.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah!
All right, a couple more. Yeah, what do we got?
So in our group, we did the rope swinging one over there, and this person was taking risks and just, swinging everywhere, and that was Drew. I didn't say flying this time. You're lucky.
Yeah! Yes.
Okay, I was in group 2, and this person was really awesome, just always there, and just like really cool. So I'm gonna say Madeline again.
Okay, double down for Madeline.
Yeah!
Okay. Yes.
And I want to give a shout out to all of the people in my group because we all respect each other and never left anyone out.
Nice. Love it.
Yeah!
All right, last but not least, you've been very patient. Go ahead.
Another person in my group, she really stepped up as a leader, and that's Julia.
Excellent. Okay, so can we maybe do one more just for all of you? So it's the self yeah. So like the yeah is like the thumbs this way, and so think about for a second before you do this. Think about what you brought to your group and how you helped your group today. Even if you didn't get a shout out right now, but this is your chance to be yeah, I was awesome at that. All right, because that's important too. So are you ready? So everybody got that thing? Okay, do it.
Yeah!
Right on. Fantastic. So say before we...
Nope, I just want to shout out to all of the leaders from the Browne Center for making us have a great day. Let's do a shout out. Yeah.
Yeah! My name's Jeff.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much.